Welcome to the Jersey City Show, and it's live. It's the live Jersey City Show, channel 190 on Comcast, livestream.com, Facebook, YouTube, Roku, Apple TV, Google Chromecast, all those fine places. We are live. We do this live because you appreciate it. You're a concerned Jersey City resident. That's why we do the show. I'm Pat O'Meara. I'm the host of the Jersey City Show. And when you do it live, there's that vibe of the live show, getting ready for the live show, the countdown, and we were counting right up to the moment here today. We just finished taping one of our sister shows, Stick at Night, with your freeholder, Anthony Romano, and his guest was the county executive from Hudson County, Tom DeGise. There's some politics discussed there. I'm sure you're aware. We are in the midst of a political war. We're going to go into that. I'm going to give you a little history lesson on a political war. Going back from 2002 with Glenn D. Cunningham, my old boss, versus Bob Menendez, Congressman Menendez at the time. Then you had 2007, where Brian Stack took on the organization to today. And I was there for it all. You start wondering, you've been doing this a while, when I was there for it all. So I'm going to take you through it and what the differences are this time as compared to 2002 and 2007. It's really eye-opening, the differences. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Mayor Fulop. I should put this in here about his Bayonne boxes comment. I got the paper, but we were so rushed. We were going to scan in the Jersey Journal front page. Mayor Fulop makes the front page for making some jokes at the expense of Bayonne. What Jersey City person doesn't make fun of Bayonne? And it was all in good humor, but of course, everybody gets upset over everything now. Everything upsets people. Everybody is offended. Everybody in Bayonne is offended. Well, at least some of the council people, and I understand Mayor Jimmy Davis is offended at Steve Fulop. It was just in good humor. We're going to talk about Mayor Fulop wants to institute an art tax, yes, to fund the arts here in Jersey City. You and I thought they were supposed to be starving artists. If they're good artists, they should be able to sell their stuff. Should you be funding them? That's one of the things we're going to talk about. Mayor Fulop is going to early announce he's got a pothole plan, and he's got a street paving program. We're going to talk about the potholes, and we got some horrendous potholes. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. In the tweet that Mayor Fulop put out, he was asking, for the people in the Twitter universe to give him some locations. I was tempted just to say and tweet, instead of, addresses and paperwork, just do them all, because I really don't recall Jersey City streets as bad as they are now. And if you go on YouTube, you'll see me doing a lot of pothole shows over the last 7-8 years. So I have an intimate relationship here with potholes in Jersey City. For that matter, we just did a lot of front-end work on my mother-in-law / daughter's car from hitting the potholes. All right, we're going to break for commercial. I'm going to go get a coffee. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. You're watching it live. Calm it down a little bit. It's so rushed to get the live show going. And this morning I had to go to the dentist. I have a bridge in the front here from years. I got hit with a locking ball when I was a trailer mechanic. Sports, fighting, all that stuff. And it took a toll on my front teeth. So I got a bridge there, and it came loose. And it always comes loose, like every 3 or 4 months. So Friday I go to get it glued back in, and it kind of did like a real fast job because it was Friday and it only works half days. Came out like almost immediately that day, so I had to just fix it to keep it in place. I go there Monday to get it permanently bonded again, and he goes, I really got to do some work. You got some old glue in here. You got to do some grinding. So you had to come back tomorrow, Tuesday morning. So I had like no teeth, no front teeth there for a while. So this morning I go in there. Now the guy's telling me, man, you should probably look into a partial or a flexi thing. Take care of your teeth. Even though I always brush my teeth, but, got hit in the mouth a lot over the years. If you're a fan of the Marvel universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you'll remember Loki saying, there's only the war. And that's what we have in Hudson County right now. We got Loki. We got only the war. And it's really a Back to the Future for me, because I was there in the middle of this with Glenn D. Cunningham and Bob Menendez, and the fight was for the county. Today we have the fight for the county. The fight was for the county seat. The county exec seat. Fight is for the county exec seat. Back in 2002, it was Bernie Hartnett, Januszewski, was wearing a mic, and he turned evidence, and he had to disappear. Bernie Hartnett was put in position. Great guy, Bernie Hartnett. He was put in position to fill out the term, and there would be an election, and a special election, and it was won by Tom DeGise. Now, Tom DeGise had run against Glenn D. Cunningham in 2001 to become the mayor of Jersey City. It came down to these two guys. There was a lot of candidates running at that time. Came down to the runoff of Glenn D. Cunningham and Tom DeGise. If you were a fan of mine back in the radio days, we had the debates on the radio. Probably the greatest debate we ever had, anyone that I produced and moderated, was Glenn D. Cunningham, Tom DeGise won on the radio. These guys went at it. This was knockdown, drag out. We had everybody else. We had Menendez, we had Louis Manzo versus Bob Kavanaugh, all these. But the two big guys was DeGise and Cunningham. There was a runoff. Glenn went out right. Ward F came out like 99% in favor of Glenn. That was it for Tom. And Tom faded away. It's like they say about soldiers. They don't die, they just fade away. Hudson County politicians, they don't die, they just fade away. And even if they do die, they can still be involved in politics here in Hudson County. And Tom went back to teaching. He came from the world of teaching. And he went back to school, and he was pretty much done with politics. There was going to be no council races or anything like that for another 4 years. Glenn was in. But this war started because Glenn D. Cunningham, being the new mayor of Jersey City, he wanted a bigger say in county government. For 9 years or so, Brett Schundler, a Republican, really wasn't involved with county government. It was kind of like the 11 other cities in the county could do what they want, and they would throw Brett Schundler in Jersey City a bone here and there. Brett wasn't going to the county meetings or the 8 CDO meetings or anything like that. So the 11 other mayors in Hudson County are really used to that. But then there would be a Democratic mayor again, Glenn D. Cunningham. And if you recall Glenn, he was a force, and he was a force to be reckoned with. And when Glenn sat at the table with the other mayors, a food fight broke out. Glenn didn't want some crumbs and a blueberry from the pie. He didn't want a slice of the pie. Glenn looked at it and says, I'm the mayor of Jersey City. This is the county seat. I got county all over the place here that aren't paying any ratables. I want more say in county government. And everybody pushed back against Glenn. And if you knew Glenn, who was truly a fighter, you pushed Glenn, he was going to push back. And as I've said many times about Glenn D. Cunningham, he was my friend and my foe, depending on the issue. One week we could be at each other, the next week we were kumbaya. And Glenn would go to war against the HCDO. But it was 11 against 1. There was no other mayor siding with Glenn. But Glenn must have been great at playing Stratego, because he was a strategist, and he knew how he can pick people off. He knew his constituent base, and Glenn would drill down into his constituent base. And eventually, Glenn would start to pick off HCDO strongholds. But I'm jumping the gun here. We had the HCDO wars in 2002. We had it in 2007, led by the renegade Brian Stack, and now we have it in 2018. There are huge differences this time around. This time around, there is no 11 versus 1 as it was with Glenn Cunningham in 2002. There's no 11 versus 1 as it was against Brian Stack in 2007. This time, there are 4 mayors aligned against the HCDO, or in this case, they're all aligned against Tom DeGise. I strongly do not believe Tom DeGise is truly the target. I believe the target is actually North Hudson. But unlike 2002 and 2007, where it was one against everyone, you have 4 mayors together. And those 4 mayors, of course, the mayor, the deity of Union City, state senator and mayor, Brian Stack, probably the best political organizer there is. He's also a state senator in parts of Jersey City, parts of my section of Jersey City in the Heights. Brian is in my hallway every week. Every time I come home, at least once, twice a week, there's a picture of Brian Stack in my hallway in the vestibule. Brian's dropping off flyers. If you need my help, here's my cell phone. I'm having a party. The other members of this quartet is Steve Fulop, our mayor here in Jersey City. Steve is a very progressive mayor. Young guy, got a lot of attitude, got a lot of vision for what he wants to see in Jersey City. And one thing Steve has that none of these previous HCDO warriors had is money. Steve can raise money faster than the government can print it. Steve has that respect, and he has the following of the money people. Also, you have Robbie Bala, the new mayor of Bayonne. He brings committee people to the table. And you got my old buddy, Dr. Roque, the mayor of West New York. These 4 stand united against, in this case, Tom DeGise, but it's really this case against the HCDO. When we come back from commercial, we'll go through the years, and we'll go through every situation. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Introducing the MyJCMC app, powered by Practice Unite. The free MyJCMC app puts the power of healthcare at your fingertips. Go to the concierge for access to referrals, scheduling, and appointments, see emergency room wait times, and get directions to Jersey City Medical Center health locations. Read the latest JCMC news through their social media feed, find a doctor, and more. The MyJCMC app. We belong to you.
It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. You're watching it live. I'm Pat O'Melia, your concerned Jersey City resident. Don't forget, if you need to get in touch with me, HMG TV shows, you can send me an email. If you got a problem with the city, you got a county issue, you got a consumer issue, we're pretty good at this stuff. You got a show idea, you got some news, send me an email. You can tweet me at JC Hudson Media. Don't forget livestream.com, where you can enjoy our programming on your smartphone, on your tablet, on your web-enabled television, anything web-enabled. Download livestream.com. It is free, and there's a lot more than just me on there, my programming. There's a lot of programming on there, and it is free, and you'll enjoy it. Now, as I opened before in the first segment, I'm going to start giving away my whole show here. I want to go through the years and the differences, what's happening in 2018 as opposed to the other failed attempts of the hostile takeover of the HCDO. In 2001, as I said earlier, it was an 11 versus 1, Glenn D. Cunningham. And really it was Cunningham, Bob Menendez, and the end game was the county government. Now remember, county government, there's a lot. We're looking at Tom DeGeese's seat. But you take over the county, you got the county, you got the sheriff's department, everything involved in the county. It is yours for the taking. Control of the HCDO is part of the county. But that's going to be a tricky thing for control of the HCDO. Now, Glenn couldn't get control of the HCDO. He was 1 against 11. So Glenn started his own Democratic organization. I believe it was the Reformed Democrats. And Glenn targeted the 31st District. Now, at that time, there would be no council races. The mayor, he was good for another couple of 3 years. The only races that were nearby for Glenn to go after was the 31st District. Now, Joe Doria, who had been a 22-year assemblyman, he was considered untouchable. I think it was Joe Charles was the state senator then, and somebody, I think it was named Connor. I forget who the other assembly person was. Nobody gave Glenn much of a shot at dethroning Joe Doria. Not only did they dethrone Joe Doria, they swept it. Glenn became the state senator of the 31st District. My buddy Louis Manzo became the assembly person, and Tony Chiappone became the assembly person. This was a major victory for Glenn D. Cunningham, and this sent shockwaves through the HCDO. Now, Glenn, of course, passed on in 2004. Had Glenn lived, Glenn would have won that war. He was winning the battles. Now, he was losing some battles, but the main ones he was winning. Like the 31st District, he reshaped Bayonne and the southern end of Jersey City. And he went to Trenton, and I've said this before on the show, one of the best things we did with Glenn Cunningham was make him a state senator, because he went to Trenton with the knowledge of Jersey City and the balance of the budget and all the financial issues facing a major city, and he went to Trenton with that knowledge, and he was a good state senator. Glenn would have won. And everybody forgets one of Glenn's best buddies back then was the former state senator, Ray Lesniak. And Ray Lesniak, you know, where there is victory, you find Ray Lesniak. You don't see him out in the front too often. Ray Lesniak is usually by the back wall somewhere in the corner. Very similar, if you remember, Buddy Demolier. Buddy Demolier, he was involved in everything, but you've very seldom seen Buddy Demolier. Buddy Demolier was against the back wall in a corner somewhere. These guys, with Glenn's aggression, his determination, and his vision, which I always used to kid him about his vision of Jersey City, he would have taken over the county. He would have been the big kahuna in Hudson County had he not passed on. With Glenn's determination, and Ray Lesniak, who could raise money, not to the extent of Steve Fulop, but he could raise money, they would have. Now, Glenn Cunningham, I can make parallels between him and Brian Stack. Glenn Cunningham was Brian Stack, just with a better bedside manner. You know, Brian runs Union City. Probably him and Nick Sacco were the best mayors. You want to be a good mayor, whatever Nick and Brian do today, you do tomorrow. You go through Union City and North Bergen, it's different. The streets are clean, the curbs are painted, the garbage is empty. You know you're there. Even the people take care of their homes, which is a reflection from the city government. Stack and Sacco make sure their constituents see their money at work, their tax dollars in action. You know, and I've said this before, and this is not knocking Steve Fulop, but I think Steve's getting a better feel of Jersey City. Yeah, he's been the mayor now 1 term. He's in his 2nd term. And I think Steve is realizing the basics, as I always say. You got to get to the basics. Then the frilly stuff is nice, but it's the basics. And that's what Brian Stack and Nick Sacco excel at, the basics. When I'm riding out of North Bergen or Union City in New Jersey City, I don't need a street sign to tell me when I'm in Jersey City. You can see the difference. It's like you're walking out of a cloud. There's a commercial for coffee. Nescafe, is it? Something like Nespresso, where George Clooney's in it. And he has that one part where he's walking out of the rain, and he walks into the sunshine, and there's the Muppets are there, and he takes a ride with Fozzie and the gang. That's how it is coming out of North Bergen, Union City, into Jersey City. These guys drill into their constituency, and that's how Glenn Cunningham was. Glenn Cunningham was all about Jersey City. And had Glenn, I really should do the show, had Glenn lived in for a 2nd term, what would have been changed? Glenn was a big believer in the seniors, the disabled, kids, big on seniors. Anytime I had an argument with Glenn, I had to get something, I'd be like, Glenn, it's for the seniors. As soon as you drop the seniors, boom, you won. He wanted the city's potholes. I know personally, if somebody had a damaged front end or a bad tire from a pothole, Glenn paid for it. Because he took that personally, that my streets damaged your car. Had Glenn lived the 2nd term, you would have seen Jersey City. Now, again, everybody said, well, you can't have Jersey City like Union City or North Bergen. It's so much bigger. Everything's relative. It's a bigger city, yes, with a bigger payroll, a bigger budget, rather, and a bigger manpower, yes. Square footage-wise, as square footage of town to budget, they're the same, Union City, North Bergen, Jersey City, just that Sacco and Stack, who have been there for a long time, know the ins and outs of managing their municipality. You give, if we get 3 terms out of Fulop, you'll see a different Steve Fulop. But getting back to Glenn, Glenn is Brian Stack. Glenn was Brian Stack, I should say, just with a better bedside manner. Glenn was a very easy person to get along with. But don't take that easy as a weakness, because Glenn he'd punch you in the second. He'd punch you in the nose, just as Brian Stack would. All right, we're going to break for commercial, and we'll be back, and we'll go to 2007. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just 1 path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintoproperties.com. Panepinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. I like to look important, juggling my papers here. You notice I don't have a collar on. We were really rushing to get ready. I'm telling you, Stick and DeGisa here. You know, I was at the dentist till like 10:30. So we're really rushing to get this show going. Let's go to 2007. Or in this case, let's go back to 2007. Stack wants to move up in the world. Now, when I met Brian Stack, he was a freeholder. I don't think he becomes the mayor until 2003 or 4 in Union City. He was a freeholder, and you've seen back then, this guy was a leader, Brian Stack. But, you know, if you learn the the history of Brian Stack. He was running the streets as a kid, involved in politics, dropping flyers. He was born to be the mayor of Union City. But he wanted to do more. And I believe, again, he looked over at Jersey City and seen Glenn D. Cunningham as state senator and mayor and seeing what Glenn could do for Jersey City. When you're there at Trenton, you can direct a little bit more money to your home turf. Joe Doria was great in that as an assemblyman. He knew where the money was in Trenton for Bayonne. I think Brian, seeing what Glenn had accomplished, and he wanted to do the same thing. The problem was there was a very successful political figure, Bernie Kenney, in the way. And Bernie wasn't finished being the state senator. Little did he know that he was, because the juggernaut that was Brian Stack was going to steamroll. But Brian just didn't run. He could have just run for the Senate seat in the 33rd District and won. There would be no stopping Brian Stack. He could get the numbers out of Union City. It's amazing. Brian could get more votes out of Union City than there are residents in Union City, it seems. He can actually mobilize his city. He is the only mayor, and I'm going to say the only mayor, I think, in the state can actually mobilize the residents of his city. He is that beloved. That's why I refer to him as the deity. Again, Nick Sacco, beloved in North Bergen, but can Nick mobilize the entire population in North Bergen? I'm not sure. He can get a good percentage. But Brian's a different animal there, and he's that revered. But Brian decided he was going to make a statement. And he ran a full ticket against the 8 CDO. I forget it was probably something like the New Democrats, whatever it was with Brian Stack. And he really ran some interesting names. You know, some of these names you'll recognize today. Nick Shabalotti, he's the assemblyman in Bayonne right now. My old buddy Lou Manzo. I think Lou ran for state senate in that. You know, chances are he ran for county exec. It might have been a different outcome. Cassidy, the old sheriff, was on the line with Brian Stack. Mary Jane Desmond, for a while she was the county clerk. But after the 2007 election, Brian Stack succeeds in ousting Bernie Kenney. He becomes the state senator of the 33rd District, and he is there till today. And he will be there in Union City as mayor and state senate until a meteor comes and takes him out. That's why when people talked about Brian possibly running for county exec, there's no way in hell Brian is ever leaving Union City. No, the only way he's leaving Union City, that's in a box. And knowing Brian, he'll probably get himself buried in the basement of City Hall there, like they do with the priests in the churches. Now, the entire ticket after 2007, they kind of disappeared. They were left on a political scrap heap until Shabalotti gets picked off the scrap heap by Jimmy Davis, and he becomes the assembly person. Mary Jane Desmond, for a short time, was the county clerk. She disappeared. Cassidy disappeared. Louis Manzo disappeared. But now he's an author with Iris Lullaby. None of those people who ran with Brian in 2007, for the most part, were gone for at least 10 years in Nick Shabalotti, in the public and political life. Brian is a tremendous campaigner. Now, fast forward to 2018. What is the differences here? Well, as I said earlier, the biggest difference this time around compared to 2002 and 2007 is you got 4 Hudson County mayors aligned this time. Brian Stack, best organizer in Hudson County. Like I said, he can mobilize the town. Steve Fulop, that's Mr. Money. He can generate money. Like I said before, he can raise money faster than they can print it. Dr. Roque. Dr. Roque, access to some money, not to the level of Steve Fulop, raising it anyway. He's got good name recognition. I'm not sure where he is with committee people because there are forces now working against Dr. Roque. Dr. Roque is the mayor of West New York. He will probably lose a lot of his responsibilities. He'll be the mayor in name only. I actually thought the commissioner form of government there, and the commissioners vote for who the mayor is. I thought they can just vote him out, but what they'll do, they'll take all his responsibilities. You got Robbie Balla in Hoboken, new mayor there. He has secured the Hoboken Democratic Organization for Brian Stack and Steve Fulop, the 60 or 80 committee people. These four stand together. Back in 2002, it was Glenn on his own. Back in 2007, it was Stack versus the. When I say alone, one mayor versus 11 Hudson County mayors. 2007, same deal. It was one mayor against 11. There were no other mayors siding with Cunningham in 2002 or Brian Stack in 2007. This time you got four. Now you have Bayonne is in play now. Jimmy Davis, I'm sure, will be strongly in the DeGeese corner, the North Hudson, Nick Sacco corner. If Jason O'Donnell is successful in Bayonne, that could be the death knell for the 8th CDO. Because if Brian can get Jason O'Donnell on his side, that could be a real problem. Now, what happens in June with the reorganization of the 8th CDO? Yeah, we're going to get into that. I got about 40 seconds left in this segment, so I'll drag this out a little bit. But as I said before, you got 4 against the 8. Now, I don't know, how much power Guttenberg has or East Newark. And all the years I've been doing the political shows and covering politics, I've never met Mayor Smith in East Newark. So I'm not sure how much East Newark is involved. I'm not sure how much Harrison wants to be involved or where Ganulli is and Secaucus. Will they get involved? I'm sure they'll have some role in it. But really, we'll get into the power people here in Hudson County and what the differences are. But when we come back, we'll figure this out. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue in Jersey City. Your local collision specialist. Body and fender repair. On-site oven-baked paintwork. Fiberglass repair experts. Custom and classic car restoration. All insurance is welcome. 24-hour towing available. Licensed by the state of New Jersey. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue, 201-222-3050. Plaza Auto Body, your bumper-to-bumper buddy.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I got no collar to fix because we're in a rush. Do have my watch on. Got my gold watch on. You always notice I'm always doing the Jersey City Show and Hudson County Show with the gold watch. Tom's River Show, I'll have the silver watch. All right, so where are we? Let's go to 2018. What happens? Well, it gets kind of interesting here. In June is the reorganization of the 8th CDO. Now, until this situation went nuclear in the last month, Brian Stack was a shoo-in to be the chairman of the 8th CDO. There's a lot of responsibility being the chair. You got to run it. The chair. First off, the 8th CDO was broke. They got a huge money problem. You got to go out statewide, raising funds. You got to deal with all the other mayors. But Brian wanted the position, and he was going to get it. Everybody signed off on it. The Sacco, the GCs, everybody was fine with it until the explosion. What precipitated the explosion, the nuclear situation we have here? Some look at it as Nick Sciabolotti's position with the county community college that wasn't run by Mayor Fulop in Jersey City. And I believe in the interview we did with Mayor Fulop, he kind of attested to that. We have Vinnie Pietro's position at the Sports and Exposition Authority. Apparently they didn't run that by Brian Stack. There's probably a lot of straws on that camel and eventually what broke the back. Well, let's go through the scenarios of what happens in June. If Brian Stack becomes the chair of the HCDO, North Hudson will more than likely run offline. And that would be North Bergen in particular. They have a municipal election coming up in May, West New York. North Hudson may even start their own Democratic organization. When I'm saying North Hudson is pretty much Nick Sacco, and he's got the power to do that. If Stack loses the chairmanship of the HCDO, don't think Brian's just going to lick his wounds and go back to Union City. Not going to happen. He will just restart his old Democratic organization. And he will go head-to-head in the various elections. Now, if he restarts that, it will be, put it this way, no matter how it boils down, because of the rhetoric and comments that have been made and comments that are still being made, the wars, this nuclear war here in Hudson County, this political war, is going to go on for a long time. Either way, we're going to have years of a political war. Or do we have a political war of attrition? What do you mean? Well, let's look at some of the main players. The big kahuna in North Hudson, 1 and 1A is Stack and Nick Sacco. Nick Sacco, Richie Turner and Weehawken, Albio Series, Congressman Tommy DeGeese, all these guys are in their mid to late 60s, some of them knocking on 70. Brian Stack, I believe, is in his 50s now. Fulop, I think, just turned 40. Robbie's a young guy in Bayonne. And Dr. Roque, Dr. Roque looks like he's 35. He's not, but he looks very young. Whether Brian Stack wins, Brian Stack Fulop, and I'll throw Robbie and Roque in there, but it's basically the mega powers, Stack and Fulop. If they don't win this year and they don't win next year, they will eventually win. Because Brian has at least 20 years left in him. If Fulop wants to invest, he's got 30 years in him if he wants. 10 years from now, these guys are still the young guys. They will win the war of attrition. Now, do you want to go through that, all these wars? What'll happen, you can look for Stack and Fulop to be involved in local elections. They'll get involved in the North Bergen election. Nick Sacco's up for re-election in 2019. Can you pick off Nick Sacco? No. Can you make it tough on Nick? Yes. Can you drain Nick Sacco's resources? Yes. Now, when you drain his resources, that'll prevent him from getting too involved in West New York. So that leaves West New York as a clean slate. Again, as I said with Fulop can raise money. Stack here can raise some, but not to the level of Steve Fulop. Dr. Roque will throw whatever money he'll self-finance himself. But between Fulop and Roque, the opposition to the old guard, the HCDO, will be well funded. And Nick will be fighting off the forces of Stack and Fulop, using all his resources to protect himself in North Bergen. He won't be able to get too involved in West New York. Looking forward, you have, the freeholders are every 3 years, the assembly seats. I'm not sure. I don't think they're up next year. I think it's 2020 assembly seats. You'll see changes in these assembly seats. I think you're going to see a change in Bayonne's assembly seat pretty quick with Nick Shabalotti. This war will have many casualties to it. You're going to see people who have been loyal soldiers dragged into this battle, this political war. You look at the guy who was just in here, Stick Romano. Stick can win offline. He's won online. Stick is the freeholder for parts of Jersey City and the Heights and Hoboken. His two mayors, Steve Fulop and Robbie Balla, are on the opposition from the HCDO. What does Stick Romano do? Stick is praying for peace, But eventually, Stick is going to have to show his cards. What does Stick do? That's going to be a tough one. He's going to have to read those tea leaves. That's the problem with everybody right now in Hudson County. They're trying to read the tea leaves. What is the end game for Steve Fulop and Stack? And we'll throw Robbie and Roque in there. But really, it's Stack, Fulop. The county, the jobs, money. Listen, when anybody says it's not about the money, it's about the money. When they say it's not about the jobs, it's about the jobs. Steve's got a lot of his people. Diane Coleman is the county register. Junior Maldonado is the county clerk. I'm sure there are other people of Fulop's connection in county government. Brian's got people there. They want more. And the goal, of course, is county. You got the sheriff's department. The end game is that, jobs. Now, what happens long run with Fulop and Stack? That's interesting because these guys are kind of polar opposites. Stack is a dyed-in-the-wool political machine. Fulop is progressive, well-educated, comes from finance, has a different view of the old political ways. Brian is devoted to the old political ways. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Looking important, doing my papers. Got a lot of papers. When we look at the end game for this HCDO Stack Fulop war, and the more rhetoric with that is said, and there's more rhetoric going on. There was some here in my studio today. Tom DeGeese is going to do some more interviews later on this afternoon, so the rhetoric is just going to continue. For the most part, Stack has made some comments now, Fulop, but these guys, especially Steve Fulop, in my opinion, is really being backed into that corner where if there was a case of some sort of compromise of some sort, Steve is backed in so far with a lot of this rhetoric that, Steve is just going to fight back now, and you're not going to calm him down. He'll have that aggressive stature of Stack now because he's being pushed so far in there. As I look back on 2002 and in 2007, we didn't have any rhetoric like this where there's serious name-calling. And when the elections are over, there won't be any kumbaya because people are going to be pissed about what was said. But long-term, with the mega powers, Fulop and Stack, can they coexist together? That's going to be really interesting to watch as the years transpire. And unless there's some fallout, they both get understanding and whatever agreements they make amongst each other as far as responsibilities and who does what, and they both can appreciate it and their partnership, they're probably quite successful. I'm telling you, Steve Fulop, smart kid, you can learn a lot from Brian Stack, especially when it comes to organizing, but more importantly for we, the people of Jersey City, city services, because there is nobody better than Sacco Stack at city services. And I honestly believe there is a different Fulop now than the guy that was first elected as mayor. For that matter, let's talk a little Jersey City. You want to talk a little Jersey City? Let's do it. Mayor Fulop has announced he's going to roll out a pothole program. I think he said in his tweet, now that the warm weather's coming, we can fix our streets and the potholes. Oh, here's my problem with this, and I got a lot of respect for Fulop's administration and what he tries to do, and the DPW guys. Pat Stramato was probably one of the best DPW guys I've got the opportunity to deal with. Johnny Lynch is floating around down there. We need to really fortify DPW. Now, if you recall in the interview with Mayor Fulop, they're looking at doing our own garbage pickup. There was a time, Jersey City, that we did our own garbage pickup. And the DPW was a prestigious department. They were the go-to guys in Jersey City. We needed the wall built, DPW. We had to redesign an office, DPW. You needed double doors, DPW. Plumbing, DPW. Repair the fire trucks, DPW. We had journeyman mechanics, plumbers, carpenters at one time at DPW. I don't have any of that now. So it's really hard for me to get on Pat Stramato for the condition of the city streets when I know he doesn't have the talent anymore. We need to recreate that talent. We need to start doing a lot of our work inside, which causes hiring. We can put people to work. Our streets are disastrous. Yeah, I look like, when I'm riding down Central Avenue, I look like I'm drunk going in and like this. You know, and I know where the potholes are so well, it's as if I put them there. I should have the picture. Again, we're racing so hard against the clock for the afternoon. I believe the clock doesn't wait for anybody. So I got a picture, I know I tweeted it, about somebody's going around, I guess DPW, and they're painting the potholes. There's one stretch on, was it Laylord? I guess it's Laylord, right by the new school, that there's like 50 potholes that they circled. Yesterday, down in Washington, going into Newport, I seen a pothole killer. I don't think it was ours. I think it was a private pothole killer out there filling the potholes on Washington over by 18th and Jersey Avenue there. Yes, we should have that equipment. We shouldn't have to pay people to fill our potholes. Now, Mayor Fulop talked about a road paving project. You know, Brian Stack and Sandy Cunningham came back with some state monies for road paving, and I think Fulop is going to kick a few million in there from the budget. We've got a $588 million budget. I'm sure we can come up with a few million. You know what's going to happen? We are going to go out to bid. We are going to go to some company and say, would you do our paving and we'll give you millions of dollars to do it? F that. We can purchase that equipment. You know, again, talking about the season and the warm weather's here. Go through Union City and North Bergen and see if their roads are in the shape of bars. They got their own equipment. I think Nick has access in North Bergen to an asphalt plant. He might have his own asphalt plant, and I'm thinking about it. They do this in-house. They're not going out to bid on this. We shouldn't either. Yeah, we just built a whole new friggin' DPW complex, and we got our hands on our butts. We don't do anything. We need to get back to doing things in-house that saves you money, that controls the damn project. We call the shots. We say when it's going to start, when it's going to finish. The money stays in-house. We're not writing friggin' checks to anybody. If some company can make money on the city of Jersey City by doing our potholes or repaving the project, then we should friggin' be able to do it. And we can do a better job because we're not trying to turn a profit. We're trying to bring city services. If we can cut the taxes to the people of Jersey City by doing it in-house, which is a certainty, then we should be doing that. Mayor Fulop should be looking at more than just doing garbage pickups. We should be looking at doing as much as we can in-house. You know, I talk about shared services. Yes, there's another way. If we can do road paving for Jersey City, you know what? We could probably do it for Bayonne. Maybe we can do it for Hoboken. You know who needs some road paving? Hoboken. We could probably do it for the county and get paid for doing it. More money coming into the city, which means less they need from you, the people of Jersey City. We're the biggest city in the state of New Jersey. We should be self-sufficient in a lot of this. The water department, Suez, you know, we should not be entering any more contracts. Listen, it's going to take us a couple of years to get our feet back on the ground, to put together our own public works department and a water department. Fine, we do a 2-3 year deal with Suez, then get the hell out of it and take it over again. We used to do our own water and sewer. We don't do that. We farm everything out. Suez is making tons of money on our water and sewer. And we're the ones bringing checks. We can do it in-house. We can do DPW. We got to boost up the manpower and the quality of the manpower, the skill level of the manpower at DPW. Maybe we start our own little BOTEC thing where we can start training people that we can bring along into Jersey City's departments and or the other departments here in Hudson County. Kind of thinking we need. But we need to start controlling the cost here in Jersey City. Stop writing checks that leave the city to various companies. Do it ourselves. Gonna break for commercial. You're watching Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
Hello, we're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show, and you're watching it live. Live on Comcast 190, live on Livestream, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. We're live, baby. And we're almost out of show. We got only one more segment. So let's look at a few things. First off, on the 18th, I think it's next Wednesday, right? The 18th? Yeah. Is that it? Next Wednesday is our FAST Neighborhood Alliance meeting. We're meeting in Michael Young's space there on Bowers in Central Avenue. All are welcome to attend. Quality of life issues, potholes. You got the new parking ordinances coming in. For that matter, did you know, that the Jersey City parking enforcement have gone 24 hours, 7 days a week? They did a soft rollout. I noticed Sunday when I was illegally parking to get some grapes on Central Avenue that I seen a parking authority car. Actually, one of the cars I used to drive when I worked there. They still have these. They need some money for equipment. And I made a phone call saying, I've seen someone Sunday. What was going on? You're doing some padding, testing, test pattern or something like this, what a program? And I said, no, we went 24/7. So they are out there. Now, you got the new ordinance coming in starting in May. I think it's going to start. You know, we're talking with some council people. There's got to be some massaging of this ordinance. I have a problem with sending predators out in the streets of the Heights 24 hours a day at night. I have a problem hiring full-time people when I think we could probably get some part-time people to work for parking enforcement. I really have a problem with PEOs, parking enforcement officers, running around from midnight to 6 a.m. You know what their job is? The job is to give tickets. Now, you want to act like we live in some utopia or something. Well, nobody is going to park too close to a corner, or nobody is going to park too close to a fire hydrant or the crosswalk. That's BS, especially if you're, I don't want to keep saying in the Heights. West Side's the same thing. Yeah, we're going to bend the rules a little bit because we're in Jersey City. Do I want predators out 24 hours a day looking to get us? No. But our first meeting, it's 6 o'clock, April the 18th, Wednesday. I'll probably get some donuts and coffee. I believe my guests are going to be Mary Peretti from the Jersey City Parking Enforcement. And I got to confirm it, but I think Jimmy Shea's coming from Public Safety. And what else we want to talk about? Oh, Steve, Mayor Fulop. Mayor Fulop wants to institute another tax on you people of Jersey City. This one for arts and culture, kind of like the open space tax. And it's a very small tax. But, you know, these small taxes add up. And this is for arts, and we can have sculptures and paintings and all the wonderful things that the art world brings us. My question is, first off, the last friggin' thing we need is any more taxes. You know, I have high hopes of the governor of New Jersey, but like, sometimes a daily, a new tax, a new tax, a new tax. You're going to really chase a lot of people out of New Jersey. We need to get control of the House and the state, get the House in order, and same thing in Jersey City. $588 million budget. You can't come up money for the funding for arts. Now, my second question is, do we need to fund the arts? I thought these artists were supposed to be starving until they make it. Should you be paying for somebody's art? Yeah, I'm not big into the art world. You know, there's dogs playing pool. Okay to me. You know, I like a picture. Should you be forced to pay that? And there's going to be a referendum on it. But again, tax and tax and tax and tax. I don't think we need another one. I don't think the government should be involved in paying for art. You know, I'm going to vote against it. It's going to be a referendum. You know, if it wasn't the case, it's a tax here, tax there, tax here, tax there. We're getting it from Trenton. Now you got, Mayor Fulop just did this thing with the open space last year. Now we got the thing with the arts tax. You got these guys in downtown Jersey City, with the rebound, they're going to be running around with torches. And as Mayor Fulop recently said in last week's interview, there will be no redo rebound. So the people in downtown, the gentrifiers got gentrified down there. And last thing they're going to want to hear, and listen, they're probably the art people saying, oh, we love a little art studio here and a little art over there and a statue here, statue there. And say, wait a minute. Last thing we need is any more tax. That should be privately funded. Maybe what Mayor Fulop should do, kind of like what they were talking about with property taxes, maybe start something where people can make donations, taxable donations, tax-deductible donations to the city of Jersey City for the arts. Seems like it makes some sense to me. All right, we're kind of running out of show here. Like I said, the Jersey City Parking Authority, they are now 24/7. And right now, they're 24 hours, and they're out there. And they're hawking. I got to find out how well they're doing ticket-wise doing this. Are there, I know what they're doing ticket-wise. I live in Jersey City. I'm certainly aware of how many tickets you can write. Now, listen, again, I'm a Heights guy. I ride around the Heights every night. I see the cars parked close. I see them parked close to the intersection. And, the Mayor Fulop said last week that 40% of the people in Jersey City don't have cars. I really argue with that number. I think a lot more people have cars. And very simple. When people are talking about bikes, people are going to ride bikes. On the average day, again, a Heights guy, in Jersey City, I might see 5 bikes. For that matter, I don't think I've seen any bikes today. I've seen thousands of cars. There are cars everywhere. Cars are all over the place. Streets parked here, boom, 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 boom. Obviously, we need parking. I don't want to hawk the people who come home late at night and, they're a little close to that fire hydrant. Believe me, a car being close to the fire hydrant isn't stopping the FDJC. Your car is not going to be a hindrance to them fighting a fire. They will chop your car up, run the hose right through your front seat. Not an issue there. And we've all lived in this city for a long time. We've been close to crosswalks. We all seem to manage to make the turns. And again, anybody's saying, well, a fire truck won't be able to make that turn. Believe me, they will take out that car on the corner. I really get a concern about 24-hour enforcement, but I'll go with it. I know we need the zoning. We need zone parking in the Heights, especially any of the areas that are close to the light rail. You see it. I have a problem with the ordinance also about charging people who work on the stores on Central Avenue. I think it's like $50 every 6 months for a permit. I got an issue with that, but I'll be talking to Michael Young. That'll be one of the topics of FAST Neighborhood Alliance. April the 18th, I'm at a show. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you Thursday on the Hudson County Show. Good night.